Go ahead. Go ahead, Eric.
Oh my God.
So when you bring back, last year obviously there were big changes, right? You know, Stammer, you bring in Jake, you bring in JJ. There's a lot of big changes last year. This year it's more subtle, right? Different guys. So what's the difference of approach in the season when it comes to having to familiarize yourself with a lot of new guys compared to you're pretty much familiar with a lot of guys that are here?
Yeah, exactly, and that's a good thing. And I think we proved last year, especially the regular season, how good of a team we are, and we just have to take that next step. And getting bounced in the first round is not good enough and not up to our standards. So but I'm super excited about the team that we have, and the depth that we have, and the young guys coming in, and then Pontus coming in, who was, I thought, phenomenal in Toronto. So super excited to have him.
Eddie, is there that kind of extra motivation just knowing how things ended at the end of the year for you guys, or maybe anything different too that you did in training this summer?
No, it's always motivation, and you got to capture the moment. Like for me, it's season 17, and you're getting closer to the end. So every year it's an opportunity to make something great and to go far, and we want to lift that trophy more times. So for me personally, it's all about what can I do to step up my game and be better, and help my teammates get better, and help us get further down the road than we have in the past 3 years. So that's all the motivation I need. I'm turning 35, and it's a great year in front of us with some good hockey, the Olympics, the outdoor game. There's a lot to look forward to. So for me personally, I just look at myself and try to be as good as I can to help push myself and my teammates to become better.
Obviously, you're 17, you've been around here for a while, but it's your second year as captain. Was there anything maybe that surprised you or that you learned last year that you're taking into this season?
No, yes, what a great team we have. Very easy for me to be captain for. Been around a lot of the guys for a long time, but just trying to set myself up for success, and listening to other guys, and we have a very open room, and it's not just me talking. We have a great leadership on the team. It goes down from ownership all the way down to head coach to the players. So we have a close-knit relationship, and I think that's what has made us successful in the past, and hopefully going to bring even more success going into this year.
If you're looking back, like you said, you had a really good team last year. Obviously, for second year in a row, you guys lose to the team that eventually wins the Stanley Cup. You guys have been on the other side of that too, where you're the team that's eliminating some really good teams, to get there. What is that kind of that fine line maybe that is the difference, between?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we've been on the other side, plenty of times, but like I said before, it's not up to our standard to lose in the first round, and you can look at it any way you want that that team ended up winning. But like I said, we look at what we did during the regular season, and it shows that we're good enough. And so, for us, it's all about, stepping out of our comfort zone and getting back to what we know works. And, we just got to do it for, 82 games, and then, hopefully a lot longer into the summer. So, but, it's up to us, and it's up to me and, everyone to step out of their comfort zone and get ready for, for another great year.
There wasn't that long ago where you could basically pick who the top three teams in the division were, right? You knew who were going to be 1, 2, 3. It was just where they were going to be placed. You guys put 5 teams out of this division into the playoffs last season. It's obviously deeper. What's the challenge when you know that just getting into the playoffs might be more of a challenge than previous years?
Yeah, exactly, and that goes to show, Game 1 against Ottawa is just as important as, Game 60 or Game 75. You put yourself up for success by playing well throughout the whole year. And like I said, divisional games are super important, but, those other games too, you can't take for granted. So, like I said, 5 teams last year, and, that's max. And, you only have those 2 wildcard spots. So, there's a lot of up-and-coming teams with a lot of good players. So it's up to us. Like I said, it's up to me. It's up to everyone in our room to take that next step and keep playing the way we know we can play. But we just got to bring it up even more.
Deandra's question for a minute. Year 2 as captain, did you feel any different pressure wearing that C? I mean,
Obviously, you've been a big leader in that room for years, but was there a difference with that C on your chest?
I don't know. It was a lot of pride in wearing that C. There's only 32 captains, in the league, and it's a privilege to be wearing that C. But it's obviously added pressure. A lot of people look to you, but like I said, I've been around long enough to know how I carry myself and how I want to be treated and how I want to treat my teammates and you guys, obviously. So, for me, it's all about, just being myself and, just trying to be as good as I can.
Good.
Perfect.
Thanks.